Welcome back to This Week in Video Games, and today I'm going to be looking at a Titan PVE build combining the new Traveller's Chosen exotic sidearm with some exotic armour that's going to not only increase your damage in PVE but also that of your teammates, making you super valuable to your fire team. So the following is a Phoenix Cradle Titan PVE build for Destiny 2. And if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. So this build is a great combo for not only improving your damage output, but it's also a great build to support your teammates. The Traveller's Chosen is one of the best exotics in the game right now, and together with our armour and our subclass, we're going to be running all over our PvE opponents with our sunspots and giving our fire team a damage boost, causing massive damage with our weapons and our super abilities too. So let's check out the key ingredients for the build. First up, we've got the exotic armour, and that is going to be the Phoenix Cradle exotic Titan boots. And for the perks here, we've got Beacons of Empowerment, so Sun Warrior lasts twice as long. Allies who pass through your sunspots are going to be granted Sun Warrior 2, so that's really valuable. And the main focus of this exotic armour is going to be Sun Warrior, and we're going to get onto what that does in a minute. Beacons of Empowerment is really good, as we're going to get Sun Warrior for twice as long as without this exotic, and also your teammates are going to get Sun Warrior, which is going to help increase the overall damage output for the fire team. Well, that's the armour. Let's have a look at the subclass. So for this build we're going to be using Code of the Siegebreaker, which is Bottom Tree Sunbreaker. Let's have a look at the perks. So first of all, we've got Mortar Blast, so strike an enemy with this melee ability to release a solar explosion, and that sets nearby enemies on fire. We've got Soul Invictus, solar ability kills restore your health, and Grenade, melee ability and Sun Warrior kills leave a deadly sunspot in their wake. We've also got Sun Warrior, and this is the key to the build, so passing through a sunspot causes your grenade and melee abilities to recharge faster and your super to last longer, and crucially it also increases all damage output that you do. And finally we've got Endless Siege, so hammers create a sunspot on impact, and while standing in sunspots you throw hammers faster. Soul Invictus allows us to generate sunspots with the grenade, melee and Sun Warrior kills, and Sun Warrior is great as it's going to help us regenerate grenade and melee abilities, and our supers are going to last longer. That's good, as we're going to be combining this with Traveller's Chosen to get more grenades, more melee, and that's going to help us create even more sunspots. As well as charging abilities faster, Sun Warrior increases your overall damage output, and paired with Phoenix Cradle you're also going to be empowering your teammates. The more sunspots you create, the more we're going to improve the overall damage output for the whole fire team. Sun Warrior gives you about a 20% damage increase to all of your weapons, plus it's better than a Well of Radiance as you can move about. Pair that with giving this buff to your fire team, then you're going to be the MVP of any strike or nightfall. So let's have a look at the weapons for the build. First up, I'm going to be using Traveller's Chosen, and that is an exotic kinetic sidearm. First up here we've got Gathering Light, so final blows of this weapon grant stacks of Gathering Light, so you consume those stacks, granting melee, grenade and class ability energy based on the number of stacks. And we've also got Gift of the Traveller, so each stack of Gathering Light improves this weapon's reloading, handling and target acquisition. This is going to work really nicely by helping us get our grenade and melee abilities back much faster, and the more grenades we can throw and melee kills that we can get, the more sunspots that we can create for our fire team. For my energy weapon I'm using Widow's Bite, and finally for my power weapon I'm using Falling Guillotine, and this one has a vortex frame so you can launch a heavy spin attack, and heavy attacks are stronger with full energy, and the attacks partially bypass elemental shields. So we've got a combination here of weapons good for close, medium and long range. Traveller's Chosen's got good range stats, so we can take things out of close and medium range. We're going to be looking out for those Gathering Light stacks and topping up our abilities as much as possible so we can use our melee and our grenades to create those sunspots. Widow's Bite is good for range if we need to stay back, plus we get the bonus of getting our grenades back faster by using that Demolitionist perk. And finally we've got Falling Guillotine, as it's one of the best legendary weapons for damage output in the game right now, hands down. So finally, to round out the build, let's have a look at the mods. And first up we've got Surprise Attack, so while charged with light, reloading or readying a sidearm will consume all stacks of Charged with Light and convert them into stacks for a major damage buff, and they're depleted as you damage combatants with a sidearm. So with Surprise Attack this is going to give you about double damage for those charged bullets, and to get Charged with Light I'm using Swift Charge as I passively get Charged with Light with sidearm kills. Next up I'm using Solar Plexus, so this increases damage for all solar abilities. I'm using ashes to assets, so this is going to help us get super energy on grenade kills, and we're going to be generating loads of grenades through Traveler's Chosen and regenerating our abilities nice and fast. So keep throwing those grenades, and using ashes to assets we're going to get even more supers back faster. And finally, for the support element of the build, we're going to be using powerful friends. So when you become charged with light, nearby allies also become charged with light if they're not already, and it increases your mobility by plus 20. So surprise attack is a bit of a no-brainer, as it instantly doubles the damage output for your sidearm, turning that already great Traveler's Chosen into an even more deadly weapon. Solar Plexus is going to be giving us more damage output for our abilities, and that's going to pair really nicely with our Sun Warrior perk, giving even more damage. As well as dishing out the Sun Warrior perk, Powerful Friends is going to be giving our fire team charged with light, so they can benefit from that. So this is going to both increase the damage and the support element of the build. Well, that's it for the build. Let's have a look at some gameplay. So you want to run around and get kills with the Traveler's Chosen sidearm to build up charged with light stacks and gathering light. Get some grenade and melee kills to generate sunspots, and run through the sunspots to give yourself a damage buff. Reload to activate charge with light and get that surprise attack buff for sidearms with double damage, and pick off some enemies at distance if you need to with your Widow's Bite sniper. If you've got a boss in front of you, run in there and rain down some damage with Falling Guillotine, and consume the gathering light to regenerate your abilities. Create more sunspots and then rinse and repeat. Well, let me know what you think of the build down there in the comments. If you think it could be improved, do let me know. And if you've got any specific builds with Traveler's Chosen or Phoenix Cradle, then do let us know down in the comments and share it around with the community. Well, that's it for this Phoenix Cradle Titan PVE build for Destiny 2, and thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out these other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.
Got a visitor. Again. Hey, Q-Ball. Got some time to kill?
I was passing by.
Not checking in on anyone?
No.
Someone special?
Send me a report today.